Amanda Nunes has officially announced that she is back and she will be fighting the winner of Kayla Harrison and Julianna Peña tomorrow night. We're going to jump into the article. We're going to talk about her return and I cannot talk. Who she could be fighting, what legacy can she add to, already the greatest female MMA career we have ever seen. But let's jump into it before I completely forget how to speak English. Amanda Nunes plans to end retirement to fight winner Kayla Harrison versus Julianna Peña after UFC 316. Let's go. The greatest women's mixed martial artist is back after in, intim, intimating as much. Amanda Nunes confirmed she's ending her retirement. Nunes, who will be in attendance for UFC 316, wants to face the winner of Saturday's co-main event between UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion Julianna Peña and Kayla Harrison. The prevailing hope goes in the UFC 316 is that whoever emerges as champion will welcome Nunes out of retirement. Nunes' recent comments will go a long way toward realizing the hope. I'm here. I'm back, Nunes told New York Post Sports on Thursday. The division is exciting. I'm going to jump in again, and it's going to be more exciting. Harrison versus Nunes is a first matchup between former American top team training partners. I forgot that they train together. That is actually a good point. A third fight with Peña allows the winner to take the lead in their series. Nobody wants to watch the trilogy. Absolutely nobody. Nunes retired in June 2023 after beating Irene Aldana to retain the UFC's Women's Bantamweight Champion. Um, oh yeah, she vacated the women's bantamweight and women's featherweight titles later that month, the latter of which was removed from circulation. Nunes retired as one of the most accomplished MMA fighters, regardless of gender. Her resume includes wins over fellow UFC champions Ronda Rousey, Chris Cyborg, Valentina Shevchenko twice, Holly Holm, Misha Tate, Jermaine Durandamine twice, and Raquel Pennington. Nunes will be a Hall of Famer the next time she fights. Nunes will be inducted into the 2025 Hall of Fame on June 26th. So she's following the path of many fighters, Jose Aldo of recent, who are inducted into the Hall of Fame, come back. I think Uriah Faber did that too. Um, but yeah, this is exciting. This is big for the UFC, who are in desperate need of stars that can carry a pay per view. And Amanda Nunes is probably the only women's fighter that can carry a pay per view and have people buy it. Maybe Kayla Harrison can step into that role. We will have to see. But again, when you go through her career, and we're gonna go through this just to compare, what names she could potentially fight. You had the unanimous decision against Irene Aldana, defended her belt after winning it back from Peña. You of course had it was supposed to be the trilogy with Peña, but Peña pulled out. Then you have the second fight where she absolutely mopped the floor with Julianna Peña. Wasn't even a close fight. Just battered her for 5 rounds. Then you had the first fight where I'm going to be an asshole here and say the fact that Julianna Peña won that fight more so off of Amanda Nunes working really terrible in that fight than Julianna Peña actually putting the work on her. She did. But again, Nunes looked slow. She didn't look confident at all. And she basically gave up her back instantly. Then you had the Megan Anderson win Ryan Ritter triangle. I think that was the featherweight belt, right? Yeah, and then Felicia Spencer is that? Yeah, Spencer. Good lord. She ended up fighting her in June. Supposed to happen in May. Jermaine Demand Man, Holly Holm, Chris Cyborg, Raquel Pennington, Ronda Rousey, Mace Tate. Nobody will ever match this run. Like this, well, I mean, Valentina Shevchenko right there too. Was the first fight with her. So, I mean, you got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, seven champions in a row. That is something that only John Jones has done in his career. Um, but yeah, Sarah McMahon, Shayna Baszler went over to the WWE. I have no idea what she's up to now. Her last one before the Peña fight, her last loss was to Kat Zingano by third round TKO in 2014. You got another finish over Demand, Shayla Gaff, Sarah Dewo, she lost to an Invicta. But, Raquel Canado, she submitted in the first round. Alex Davis, Julia Blood, all these random names. So, the likelihood that anybody will be able to match what Nunes did in her career is very slim, and that is not to disrespect the other women's fighters. It's just I do not see many people in the UFC right now going on major runs. I feel like if it, getting three title defenses in a row, that really is the equivalent to like the silver run, um, all that because you have to factor into the level of competition, especially now, which leads into my next point on why Amanda Nunes is retiring. These are much better wins than those OG fighters have because they fought the best of their time, but they also fought a lot of guys who if they were around or if they are around still to this day, aren't in the rankings. They're a 500 fighter, but you got Peña with the title. You got Raquel Pennington, who should have the title. Was on a incredible win streak. I forgot how long it was. You got six there for sure. Kayla Harrison, again, long awaited fight. They've been talking about fighting each other for years. I would love to see that fight. But again, I think Amanda Nunes would run through Kayla Harrison. It's just, she's the best striker. Kayla Harrison striking. It's there, but it's not as high level as some of the other women's fighters. Irene Aldana's right there. Norma Dumont and I feel like win streak looking incredible. You got Aline Perez on a 5 win streak as well. Jacqueline the Night Calvacanti is on a massive run, 9-1. That rhymes. Cal Rosa, who did she lose to? Aline Perez, lost Siren, O'Donna, Norma Dumont. So she basically only loses to people ahead of her in the rankings. You got Yana Santos on a 2 win streak. I had that really weird fight with Misha Tate where Misha Tate refused to throw a jab until the third round. Joseline Edwards just had a knockout over Chelsea Chandler. Submitted Tamaris Vidal. Lost to Aline Perez, Nora Canoe, always on a 3 win streak. You got Nora Canoe, just submitted Haley Kwan. Holly Holm, she's not going to make it to another title shot. Misha Tate, she already beat. And, the rest of these people are either veterans or people coming up on the rankings. Amanda Nunes down at 21, ironically. But we know that she will jump up to number one or number two at the least. And then, yeah, no real notable names down here as we go. But this is big man. this is big because the UFC is so desperate right now for stars. They're so desperate to make stars out of the contender series so I can say, wait, hey, we found these guys. We developed these guys. Look at how that's going. Look at Peyton Talbot. I mean, really, you only have select few guys from the contender series that actually go on to be successful. Sean O'Malley, Jamal Hill. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. Like I've been saying, this is no longer basic women's MMA anymore. They are getting better and better, and they are kind of carrying. Like as much of a joke as last week's card between I'm already blanking on her name. Macy Barber and Aaron Blanchfield. That would have been a decent fight. Again, I don't think anybody was hyped for it. Um, but like, man, I'm excited. Anytime you get to see an all-time great, whether it's Jose Aldo, Alex Volkanovski, Max Holloway, Dustin Poirier, who's fighting Max, it's always a treat to see how these guys that are established, that have put themselves in the history books as some of the best fighters to ever do it, regardless if they win the title or not. I love this man. I really do. Amanda Nunes is one of my favorite fighters, period. As I'm sure all of you are fans of Amanda Nunes. Now, with okay, we've already seen the Julianna Peña fight, and we know what will happen in the third fight. Either Amanda Nunes will beat the brakes off for a win by decision, or Peña may find a fluky submission. But again, I do not see Amanda Nunes showing up to another fight the way she showed up to that first Peña fight. And it's also beyond me how Julianna Peña is now a two-time champion. Um, she's terrible at promoting. She's terrible at trash talk. She needs a ghostwriter. Well, like we all know, the big fight here is Kayla Harrison, and uh, it's an interesting fight because obviously stand up Amanda Nunes has on the stand up. I do not think there are many female fighters that can go toe to toe on the feet with Nunes. But Kayla Harrison mixing in the takedowns, constantly putting pressure on her. Again, pressure fighters are taking over the UFC. We have Bilal as champ, DDP as the pressure fighter, Magomed Ankalaev as a pressure fighter, Marab fighting in the main event tomorrow is probably one of the best pressure fighters we've ever seen. It's definitely taking over the sport, and we are definitely moving away from the technical strikers. You have your Sean O'Malley's, but I don't think you'll see a Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I don't think you're gonna see a lot of these mainly strikers make their move unless they have legitimate takedown defense, like JDM showed against Bilal. In a fight that I thought Bilal was just off the floor with him. But yeah, man, this is big. Amanda Nunes, it's official. She will be back. If Juliana Pena wins, she'll be back next year because Pena can only fight once a year. Or if Kayla Harrison wins this, I expect that we would get this fight later this year, maybe on the MSG card with John Jones and Tom Aspinall or whoever Tom Aspinall will be fighting. But yeah, that's all for this video. Let me know what do you think about the return of Amanda Nunes. We saw it coming. I really didn't think that she would stay retired, especially now with the fighters that she can go up against. Kind of like Volkanovski, right? Came back against Diego Lopez. has a lot of fresh fighters. Yet we're giving him Yair Rodriguez because we need a Mexican in the main event of UFC. Okay, but that's what I got. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Later.